Hey guys, it's Vicki. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I am a full-time reseller on Poshmark and Mercari, and I make videos showing thrift hauls, what sold videos on Poshmark and Mercari, as well as tutorials for reselling. So basically a lot of reseller content. So if you like that sort of content, be sure to subscribe before you leave, and let's go ahead and get started with the video. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 6 tips that I think will help increase your Poshmark sales. So I have been selling on Poshmark since May of 2018, which might not be long to some of you. Some of you have been selling since the start, and that's awesome. However, I've learned a lot in the last 2 years that I have been reselling, and I feel that sharing those things with people, especially newer resellers, is a good thing to do. I enjoy helping others, and I get a lot of questions about these types of things, so I decided to go ahead and cover them in this video. All right, so let's get started. Tip number 1 is to source unique, non-saturated items. And what I mean by that, so let's say that I'm at the store and I'm sourcing and I found a Lucky Brand top, which I love Lucky Brand. I'm a sucker for Lucky Brand. I pick it up even though it doesn't sell for me. But let's just use that as an example because it's a good example. So Lucky Brand tops, a lot of people hear about Lucky Brand. They think, oh, this is great. There are some pieces for Lucky Brand that do very, very well. However, most of their basic tops, their basic pieces do not do well. And I'm just putting that out there. They just don't do well. Let's just say I'm at the store and I find this pretty white eyelet, peplum top from Lucky Brand, and it's a size extra large. I'm like, well, that's a great size. It's a cute top. It'll sell quick. However, I pull out my phone and I look on Poshmark. The first thing I see is there's like 50 sellers with the exact same top, same color, same size listed already. And these haven't sold yet. And they're only asking like $10 to $12 for each item. Then I go and look at the solds, and only 2 have sold for like $5. That right there shows me that this item is oversaturated and it's gonna sit way too long. It's not gonna flip fast, and I'm not gonna be able to get $10 profit off of it. So I'm gonna leave that item behind. That's what you need to be doing when you are outsourcing. If you see that a million other resellers have that same item in the same size, it really isn't worth picking up if you want it to sell fast. If you don't care about your profit margin, then I guess pick it up, but I know a lot of people will sell just to make $1 profit, which to me, I feel is not worth it, but you do you. So unique pieces, like vintage pieces that are real colorful, things that catch your eye, really just unique things. People love that kind of stuff. I had a cute dress. It had a paintbrush on it. It was vintage. It was new with tag. It was like overall dress. It sold the exact same day that I listed it for $40. People just like unique pieces. So if you run across any unique pieces, things that are not listed anywhere on Poshmark, those are great things to pick up. So tip number 2 is photos. You want to make sure your photos show your item. You want your item to stand out. So you don't want to have a bunch of items and things in the background of your photo that's going to take attention away from that item. I prefer white backgrounds. Recently, I did try to do some outdoor backgrounds where I had grass and trees in the background, but I've moved back inside and I'm doing white backgrounds again. I think when you have a white background, it really lets your item be seen for what it is, and you're not distracted with all the other stuff. There are great apps. If you have, for example, like this, I have like gray walls. I can photograph on this wall, and then I can go to my PicTap-Go app and then my Snapseed app, and I can edit it to make it crisp and white and beautiful. So if you want to see a tutorial like that, I have a link up here that you can go check that out, and I will try to remember to put in the description below, but you can also find it on my channel. Yeah, PicTap-Go, it costs $3.99, a one-time fee, but it's completely worth it. It has a lights on feature, which is amazing. So yeah, make sure your photos are very, bright, crisp, show the item very well. I typically like just to put my item, just the one item. I've seen people curate items in their photos where they have a pair of jeans and some shoes and a top, and you don't really know what they're selling, so it's confusing because it's like, yeah, you'll know if you look at the title, but with me, I'm scrolling through, I want to see, I'm not on Instagram. I feel like photos like that are for Instagram, and Poshmark is not Instagram. So, anywho's, all right, tip number 3 is description and pricing. So, first, let's talk about pricing. Pricing on Poshmark is, I guess it's pretty easy to do if you look up comps. If you have an item that nobody else has, you kind of have an advantage. You can price what you want. But you want to make sure that your items are being priced reasonably so people actually want to buy your item. Let's just say that you have a loft blouse and you priced it for $35 when everybody else with that same blouse has theirs priced at $20. The chances of you selling it for $30 are slim to none. I mean, you probably could, but it's going to take a while. So you want to make sure that you're pricing with other people. I always like to price about $5 to $10 higher than what most people are pricing, just to leave room for offers, because some of those people aren't going to send offers. Some of those people might even be inactive on the app. So you have to look at all of those factors when you're pricing an item. There's websites like sellhound.com that will let you look at average sales prices, and you could base your pricing off of that even. So pricing is kind of an important thing. If you price too high, people are going to want to buy it. If you price too low, they're going to think something's wrong with it and they're not going to want to buy it. So you just have to find that good middle spot somewhere in between. As for description, you want to make sure you have lots of keywords in your title and description. I typically try to put all of my keywords in my title, and then I copy my title into my description. And I don't do a whole details section like a lot of people will do a whole section dedicated to details of describing the item. A lot of these people also copy their descriptions from store descriptions for that same item, which is not good for SEO. Google doesn't like that, especially if you copy word for word. So if you're going to copy a description from a store, you need to reword it. So Google search will actually crawl it, because they do not like duplicate of anything. Make sure you have lots of keywords. That's a good thing to have, especially in your title. That's where I try to fit all mine into that. So you want to also put measurements in your listings. When you have measurements in your listings, it helps the buyer know if it's going to fit them, because they can't try these things on when they're buying off the internet. And Poshmark has a no return policy for fit. Some people are very bitter and they're like, oh, well, that's not my problem. I'm not going to put measurements in there, and they really don't care. But you have to put yourself in the buyer's shoes. Like, how would you feel if you found a top that you really, really love, and it's like, it says that it's your size, and you get it, and it's like 3 sizes too small for you, even though it says it's your size. Not everything runs true to size, so you have to be able to note that for people to know. So I think it helps. It really does help. So that's it for tip number 3. All right, tip number 4 is going to be share your closet. A lot of people don't understand that they have to share the items in their closet in order to get people to see them. Unlike places like eBay that let you pay to promote your stuff, or Mercari, which actually has a promote button on their listings, Poshmark, they want you to share your item. So sharing your item is going to refresh that listing at the top of the search results. So people who search by just shared are going to see your item first. But typically lots of people are sharing the same item really quickly, so it kind of goes down. But share as many times as you can. I personally use a VA to do my sharing now. I've been using Reseller Assistant since May, and I've had no problems with them. I love their service. I have been using the 3,000 click per day. It's a $24.99 a week is what I pay. It's great. My sales have been great when I do my listing. If I don't list anything, sales are just meh. So, but yeah, like if you have a larger closet and you don't want to share your closet, I highly recommend them. My referral link is in the description if you want to try them out. But yeah, if you have, just a couple hundred listings, it really doesn't take long to share those. I think a lot of people say that even with 600-700 listings, they're able to share really fast on a iPad. I don't have an iPad, so it's not as fast for me. My phone is extremely slow, and so is my desktop. So it takes me a long time to share. So it's just more convenient for me to have somebody else share my closet. But yeah, if you can share your closet 5-6 times a day. The more you share, the more people are going to see your item, and the more sales you'll get. All right, so tip number 5 is going to be relist your items. I can't tell you how many times I have had items sit for 90 days or more. And the minute that I go and relist that item, it sells. I don't know how it works. but it works. So if you have never relisted an item in your closet, you should try it because it really does work. And if you don't know how to use the new copy listing feature, I will put a link up here for that video as well. But the copy listing feature makes it extremely easy. Just remember to go to your title and remove the word copy because that will stay, and make sure you delete your old listing. But anyway, that relisting, it makes a huge difference. So be sure to start relisting older items, get them fresh. According to Poshmark, they relist the items that you relist. They will only go to the just in if they are very old. I'm not sure what they consider old, but a lot of mine are over 90 days, and I do see them in the just in whenever I do a copy listing. So relist your items. All right, so tip number 6 is utilize offers to likers. So if you're on Poshmark, you may notice that it says offer to likers in the bottom corner. And if somebody likes your item, either they like the way it looks, they like your photo, which I've had a lot of people do. They want to buy your item, they're saving it for later. They want you to send them a discount, which I found to be the #1 reason people like items. So yeah, I typically try to send an offer to anybody who's liked that item as soon as possible. I don't like to do it immediately because I want to wait to see if they're going to add anything to a bundle or buy it. So I would say don't wait more than 7 or 8 minutes to do it, maybe 10 at the most. So you can also do a private offer where you actually are able to still send them an offer to liker later on. So if you do a private, you would just go to their cart and you would add their like to that bundle and then send them an offer where you don't have to give them a percentage off of the amount, but you can give them a shipping discount. With offers to likers, you have to either give them 10, 20, or 30% off of the asking price, plus you have to choose a shipping discount as well. So private bundling, I feel, is a better route to go if you're trying to make more money. So I typically send out 10% offers with $4.99 shipping. Between 10 and 20% is where I typically go. On the weekends, I will do 30% off most of the time. Very rarely do I do free shipping, but I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I just don't like what I see when it comes to my earnings whenever I do free shipping. So use with caution, I guess, if you're gonna do free shipping. So I think maybe doing private bundling where you just have the price stay the same and then you offer free shipping, that might be a better alternative. But yeah, so make sure you're sending offers to likers, and that'll definitely catch a few people to buy immediately. All right guys, so that concludes this tip video for increasing your Poshmark sales. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new. I incorporate all of these tips into my Poshmark closet every single day that I work on Poshmark, and I think that it really has increased my sales over the last 2 years. And I can tell whenever I don't do these things because my sales will drop off. So I know that they work. So I hope you all have a great day. If you have any questions regarding the video, anything you need help with, be sure to leave them in the comments below, and I will be sure to check and reply to you when I see them. I will talk to you all in my next video. Have a great day. Take care and stay safe. Bye.